They serve as our North Star, guiding us through the storm. Brave officers in blue saved thousands of lives. Here are their stories of service and sacrifice.
1, 2, 3.
It was apocalyptic.
The water was rising so fast still. It was literally moving cars down the service roads, down the roads coming at us.
It was as if it was the end of days. There was no other, you couldn't really wrap your mind around all that had transpired. And now knowing that we have a fellow officer in uniform that needs to be recovered, it's just like, what is going on?
All I saw was rushing water, like something I'd never seen before. And you think it's a river, but it's an apartment complex.
To be on the boats, rescuing people at eye level, and the things that you see, the conditions in homes, and the desperation on people's face. Unless you were there and you saw it, it's extremely difficult to go back and try to communicate what you've seen to anyone.
But some things are better left untold.
You don't have any control. And it's hard because it's family, and you want to do for them, and you tell them you're going to protect them. My sister called me, and she said that water was coming to her house, and she needed to evacuate. And even being a supervisor over that unit, I still couldn't get a truck to her. I had to put her in queue with all the rest of the calls that were coming, and I didn't have any other special powers.
I just happened to open my front door after watching a movie with my children, and as soon as I looked outside, it was all the way up to my door. And we had to be rescued off 517 in about 4.5 foot of water, and I had an 8-year-old, 10-year-old with me and my wife. And then we just started rescuing people along the way.
That's not something just everyone would decide to do. Help other people when your own life is suddenly underwater.
Well, I think you'd be surprised when things like that happen. I can pretty much speak from being a first responder for all these years. I know any of these guys here would. It's just what we're made of. That's what we do.
I put citizens first, I worry about myself later. I've been diagnosed with cancer a year and a half ago, I battle that issue, but I go to work and I put that past me. It hasn't stopped me. I took a picture, I was like this, on the boat, and she was okay. She ain't gonna stop me, it's not my first rodeo.
All the help that the volunteers gave was absolutely incredible. We could not have achieved what this city achieved without it.
The amount of unity between the community and fire department, all first responders, EMS, police, and the citizens, Cajun Navy, we're all working hand in hand and for that one common goal to help save as many lives as we could.
flooding event, hurricane, has brought out the best in humanity. It's brought volunteers together, people helping people. Why does it take that event for humanity to show that type of love towards one another? Help us as a police department by being kind to one another. The world should take a lesson from the city of Houston.